today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Davis Mills and the Houston Texans taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Tua going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Second down, here's Davis Price. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
And remember, when he came out of college, he left early. So a lot of people weren't really paying attention to this young man. But he was entrusted with a leadership role early in his NFL career and didn't shy away from it. His goal, continue to prove that there should have been one more quarterback that went in the first round of the 2021 draft.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. May want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw, Mills. There again is Cooks, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Yeah, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. first down. Mills, he finds his man, complete. That's Brooks. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 69 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing again on second down. Mills, he finds his man, complete. That's Brooks. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Mills to the air again. He gets it to Cooks. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Derek Brown, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Second down, this is Wilson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First down, Callahan, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A give, this is Wilson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd down and 3. On the ground, Benjamin. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run again with Benjamin. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Davis Price up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Benjamin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mills. And that's complete to Cooks. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything. Started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle they go. Callahan. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run. Here's Wilson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, Davis Price. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. They run it with Benjamin. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 24.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On the give, this is their fullback. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Wilson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. On the run is Benjamin. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. On the ground, it's Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Benjamin, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. Up the middle they go. Benjamin. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. The Colts trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team. of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing on second and long. Mills. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ready, 45, white, light, 97. Watch the safety creep. Check, check, lucky. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Callahan. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a give to Davis Price. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
Now a handoff up the middle. Benjamin. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 46 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go, set, 50, green. Mike 7, Mike 7. You gonna get that going? You think you gonna get that? Ready, go.
On the handoff, Davis Price. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run the counter. Benjamin, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run it with Davis Price. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Up the middle they go. Benjamin. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Okay, right? Check me out. Mike, 6. Kill. Check 9.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Houston set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Mills to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Brooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mills. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Derek Brown getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. Return, and out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They'll start the drive with Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They run the counter. Benjamin. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Check 13. Check 13. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up.
Now a handoff up the middle. Callahan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Davis Price on 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check nickel, nickel, drill, 52. Switch, yellow. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Ready, go.
On the ground, Benjamin. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Here we go.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Smith, red.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Set, ready, slap, 95. Double tight, guys, double tight. Striker, 3-3. 87's mine, I got 87. Check, 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 check. Ready, go.
Davis Price up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defense, let's get out the field, defense. 7's the line. Oh, here we go.
Up the middle they go. Benjamin. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 17. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on third downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches.
Davis Price will try to pick it up.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A give. This is Wilson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
This is Benjamin.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Mills on 1st down.
They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Mills now.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Now Mills. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Benjamin. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Second down, here's Davis Price. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Davis Price. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it with Benjamin. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Houston, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.